Hello and welcome to a new episode of Score Sheet. Okay, today it's going to be a little bit special and different episode. Sports now, it's an industry. Costs and benefits. It's a science. Nothing is going haphazardly. Everything is calculated. And everything should be calculated if you want to have a prestigious level or a high-ranking position in any game. Well, we are going to tackle one of the most important sides of this very same coin: success. Success in sports. Right after the short break, I'm going to be back, so stay tuned. Welcome back. We are very much delighted to have with us, as we are going to go into the core of the episode, because we do have many questions. We are very much delighted to have with us Dr. Wael Rifai, professor in sports psychology. And I know that it's, for many people, it's going to be a relatively new term. And maybe it's not that new, but there are some big differences between sports psychology and psychiatry, for example. These are going to be our first questions to our dear guest. Sir, we are very much delighted and honored to have you here in a special episode of Score Sheet.
Thank you for the invitation. It's my pleasure to be with you and cast in Nile TV.
So let's start with what I've said, sir. Sports psychology and psychiatry.
Yeah.
If there are any differences, or at least main ones.
Yes. There are 3 types of people on a scale from 1 to 10. In the middle, normal person. In the right, super normal person. In the left, abnormal person.
Okay.
Athlete, normal person, but he comes top athlete, must have many psychological skills. Sports psychologist whose works to
initiate or to select or to support
to athlete to achieve super normal or top athlete. Okay, in such as self-confidence, how to be motivated, how to be relaxing during the game, how to be isolated from any stimulus during the game, positive self-concept, maximum ability, self-confidence, attention on the ball, member of team, psyched up or energy, achieve to the flow state, positive energy during the game.
All this included under the word psychology,
not
psychiatry.
No, but abnormal person suffer some disorder in personality disorder, mental disorder, such as schizophrenia, paranoia, obsessive. Psychiatry who's work with abnormal person to achieve to normal
Yeah.
person.
You mean that the psychic deviations you have mentioned can be treated and managed, and we can have this athlete from the left side of the scale to be in the middle,
Yeah.
and maybe to go forward to the
In
right,
the middle to the right.
to the right, to
Sports
be a
psychologist,
super.
but
Yeah.
from left to the middle, psychiatry. By
Okay, then it's divided this way.
Yes.
From the left to the middle, it's psychiatry.
Yeah.
From the middle
to the right,
to the right,
sports psychologist.
it's psychology. Great.
psychiatry, by treatment program, by therapy, group therapy, by tablets, to changing the biochemistry in brain and the nervous system. Okay, but sports psychologist consulting.
Let us have just for me,
Yeah,
not a quick definition. For me, when I'm going to ask this question, I'll know for myself. For example, Adler, Jung, and Freud are psychologists or psychiatrists?
psychiatrist.
Okay. Then I knew now.
Verified sports psychologist.
Yes. Sir, let's implement this on the ground because whenever we are talking about something practical, I think it's going to be more easier for our audience. Let's have a quick look at one of your days, for example, with an athlete. What do you do and where?
Yeah. In sport, athlete like triangle, 3 arms, 3 ankle. The first, physical fitness. The second, technical or tactical skills. The third, psychological skills. Okay? Say, Wael, in training, 8 out of 10.
Okay.
But in competition, 4 out of 10.
Uh-oh.
Why? Because the coach neglected the psychological skills, focus in physical fitness and tactical and technical skills.
Rather
The
than
integration between
Yeah.
3 arms, 3 angles, physical fitness, technical, tactical skills, and psychological skills achieve to top form.
okay.
Okay? The place in the lab, okay? By paper and pencil test, by machine computerized test, or any measures, many measures for athletes. Okay, we teach him how to be motivated during the game. We teach him how to be relaxed during the game, how to be isolated any stimulus during the game, how to be
How to focus.
concentrated, focus with attention, toughness,
Mental toughness. you mean.
mental toughness.
Yeah. Sir, we are going to go
Play
into
under the
these
stress.
details.
Barcelona, good
Yeah.
player under stress.
Yeah. Sir, we are going to go into details and to have some of our athletes as examples, and even athletes from outside in different games.
Yes.
But this is a question which may just come to any of our viewers' minds when we are speaking about this relatively new, I'm going to say relatively new branch of medicine and a relatively new branch of sports, because it includes two. Many are going to say that maybe 30 or 40 years ago, you would find the athletes without sports psychologists doing great. I don't think that Maradona, for example, had a sports psychologist. I don't think that Mahmoud Al-Khatib had a sports psychologist. I don't think that Nusayr, of the first medalist in Egyptian Olympic medalist, had a sports psychologist. But they were doing great.
Sampras, sports psychologist.
Yeah.
Works with a sports psychologist.
Yes, sir. But
Muhammad Salah works with a sports psychologist.
But long
Before
ago,
with me.
No, I mean the names I've mentioned.
Yeah.
They were on their own.
Yes.
And they did great. Is it a coincidence? I mean, it went by chance, and because of this, for example, the names I mentioned, Maradona, in certain period of time, he became an addict. But Mahmoud Al-Khatib is the president of one of the most important clubs in Africa, not even in Egypt. These are the differences?
They are talent or gifted men. Okay? exception, talent or gifted man, but common in the world now. Any team works with a sports psychologist. Okay, Mohamed Salah, Pete Sampras, Sadio Mane, Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp himself.
Teach him, sports psychologist.
Let's have Mohamed Salah as an example. Why? Because many people, not many people, millions of Egyptians, when they have seen this, what we are watching right now, this, look at that, sir, please. This minute, where millions of people directed all their attention, their minds, their hearts, their eyes to Salah, and to how Salah moved up and began to cheer, to clap, and to say no after such a big shock. He moved up. He asked them to clap, to cheer for the team. And when there was a penalty, he shouldered the responsibility of shooting the penalty. What power is that?
Yes.
What strength is that?
Mohamed Salah is a very good player. Regulating the emotions, changing negative self-talk, but positive self-talk, motivated than the members of team.
Yeah.
Okay? This is emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. Yeah.
In game.
Yeah.
Okay? Look at.
If you want to comment on that, sir, comment on that, sir. Elaborate on what he is doing.
Motivated the members of team.
Yeah.
Negative self-talk, no. Positive self-talk. Okay? During the penalty or shooting the penalty,
yeah,
isolated any stimulus, focus of the ball,
yeah,
release the negative self-talk, release the emotional, okay? Focus the ball, breathing or relaxation training before the shooting, good decision making.
This
Yes.
moment.
Yes.
What
Focus.
Salah was thinking during this moment, sir?
Focus of the ball.
Okay.
Okay.
As if he is.
And release the negative self-talk.
Yeah.
Any stimulus. Focus only the ball. Okay?
I felt sir, that
Self-confidence
if he
during
is
the shooting.
speaking to the ball, if he, as if he is conveying a message to the ball through his hands when he was catching the ball like that.
Deep breathing, focus of the ball, release the negative self-talk, the negative emotion.
And it ended with this.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking about Salah, Salah also, I think, he needed such psychological support after what this Ramos did.
Yes.
And after the very bad, severe injury he had.
Yes.
The recovery is not only a physiological recovery, but it's also a psychological recovery. Yes. How do you see the stages Salah went through to pass these stages and to manage once again to be the same Mo we know?
Yeah. Project the negative emotion on the brain, okay? In the session, during the session, training relaxation, isolation of any stimulus, imagination, God experience, okay? Imagination the blood in the muscle flowing in the injury, relax, very easy, simply, okay? During this session, Mohamed Salah achieved to good athlete by sport psychologist. Okay, the shooting needs to power, active listening, good view or good focusing on the ball, practice, follow up, good experience, course experience, improvement the self-confidence when in the field or playground is very well player.
Yeah.
The injury not affect in the level of performance.
The injury is not going to affect a level like that
Yes,
of Salah.
yes.
But what about pain? How I can conquer pain?
By relaxation training, by concentration, by relaxation, by self-relaxation, in syndromes or in any muscles or many muscles in the body. Okay, the pain disappear and very well player in the game.
What you're saying, sir, is saying that, for example, I don't know, meditation, for example,
Yeah.
can be a kind of a healing. Practicing spiritual sports like yoga, for example, can be another type. Forgetting all about what we do have and taking some days off can be another type of solutions or healing stages. What?
Focus on one stimulus, one object, one goal for 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, okay? This technique achieve to good thinking in the game by practice, practice, practice.
Yeah. Sir, for example, I'm going to give you an example. I've covered a lot of shooting championships, shooting world championships. And I do remember that well. A shooter from Holland. And she was very calm, very quiet. And she was preparing herself to shoot. I found that she was looking just to the land for such a long time. So I went to her and asked her what you were doing. She told me I was searching for an ant or an insect or something which is moving, just to keep watching it and to focus on this ant, to focus on what it is doing. So to separate myself from the surroundings. And this is one of the games I am doing with myself, to know how to separate myself from the surroundings and to focus on only one thing, even if it is an ant. Tell me about this, sir.
Mohamed Salah must have many psychological skills. The first factor, the activation of nervous system. When stand behind the member of next other team, stopping in stimulus from brain to muscles. When watch the ball to achieve two, very sprint, very easy, very simply, very concentration, smart technique, smart style, focus of the ball, not thinking in work, teamwork works with Mohamed Salah, but focus the ball.
Yeah.
Yes?
And by this we can reach this point.
Yes.
You know, sir, I don't know why what you're saying is telling me that those athletes, for example, whenever they are super normal, they can reach such a level that they can control their adrenaline. Okay, they can control their dopamine. They can control their endorphin, even to release endorphin to have
caffeine group, dopamine,
analgesic to feel
tryptophan,
whatever. We can reach this point.
Yeah.
Only by training.
Successful situation.
Yeah.
Some foods like at banana
and chocolate.
Vitamin C.
Yeah.
Works at dopamine.
On this level.
Intercaffeine, dopamine, serotonin, intercaffeine, tryptophan. Feeling wellness, well-being, very happy, successful situation, winner.
Yeah.
By practice, Mohamed Salah feel well-being, wellness during the game.
We hope that he is going to continue this way and that he is moving a day after the other for more position, for more titles, working for more titles, and to work on himself more to be the more we all hope. Because he is such an example. I don't think that he is going to be repeated that easy because he had all what you have said all together. But let's move to another example and to move to another athlete of Egypt also. But Salah is part of a team by all means. But individual games are different. And as far as I know, that you are responsible for one of our giants in the world of squash, for example, Ramy Ashour, and Noor Sherbini when it comes to girls. And we are talking about two former number ones, and for such a long time. He is the artist and she is the lady of squash.
Yes.
Tell me about your experience, sir, with our squash players, top players.
Yes. Ramy Ashour, the number one of the top 10 in squash in the world. Ramy Ashour must have many psychological skills. The first factor, mental toughness.
Number one.
Challenge, obstacles, injury, fatigue. Ramy Ashour, focus of the ball. Say 1 point during with England player, okay, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Suddenly it change the attention in the side wall, front wall. But Ramy Ashour focus the ball.
Yeah.
Try the ball. Did point, try the ball. This is Ramy Ashour.
Yeah.
Nickname, artist.
The artist, yes.
Yasrib Adel, the young lady.
Yeah. The new young
The
lady.
new young lady.
Yeah.
Noor Sherbini, like
Noor Sherbini, Ralim Al-Walili, Umnaya Abdelawi, even Rachel Grenham, the Australian, when she was
many players
here.
in Egypt.
And now we do have, I mean, a lot. Salma, Yathrib.
Crown Prince or Queen
yeah.
in the squash.
Yeah.
From
And we're
Egypt.
going to continue this way, inshallah. But I wanted to focus on Ramy Ashour in specific, because Ramy suffered a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And he was sometimes weird, because sometimes he was playing better even under injury or under the stress of injury. What was the explanation?
The explanation, mental toughness, challenge, achieve to goal, to objective, care the first one in the rank.
Yeah.
These goals, these objectives motivated Ramy Ashour during match in squash.
Yeah. And during his tenure in squash, which lasted for long, and when even Ramy Ashour decided that he is going to quit, he sent such, I may say, a dramatic message
Yeah.
to the whole world. And the whole world was sad because of what Ashour said in this message. This confession, how do you see it, sir? Is it a kind of release?
Yeah.
Putting an end to a big fight, or what?
Yes. Ramy Ashour is big fighter in the game. Fight, pilot in the game, in the match.
Yeah.
Very good player under stress, under injury, under any obstacles or pain. This is Ramy Ashour, gifted or talent man from my God.
Yeah.
And works with sports psychologist, technical skills, and very good physical fitness. This is Ramy Ashour.
Sir,
State.
if I am an athlete and it's time for me to resign, to quit, to say goodbye to the pitch or to the glass court if I'm a squash player, and I'm still that stubborn to say, no, I'm going to continue, despite the fact that it's time to say goodbye. How you are going to convince me that this is the right timing?
Yes, this is the syndrome or symptoms of stress. Stress achieved to burn out. Many athletes in the world, many coaches suffering burnout.
Why I'm asking this question? Because, for example, in the world of tennis right now, you are going to find Djokovic, you are going to find Federer, you are going to find Federer. No, Federer is still competing, and next August, inshallah, he's going to turn 38. Wow. To be 35 plus, this means a lot. And this means that they are doing great effort to maintain their physical fitness. What about their mental fitness? How they are keeping also their mental fitness?
Yes, mental fitness, imagery training, focus of attention, self-confidence, activation of the nervous system. The flow state concentrates the ball, okay? Matching or combination between thinking and performance in the game,
Yeah.
okay? Play under stress in the game.
Okay.
Mean flow state,
This is
This is
a combination.
the good zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for example, whenever I am a world or an Olympic champion,
Yes.
is it what you're saying, sir? Is it a style of life, but it changes a little bit when I am about to go into the competition, or this is something which should be repeated every single day to keep my level as is, or to be better, of course?
Yes. This is lifestyle,
Number one.
mental coach, sports psychologist, the family, the teaching or education, all environment.
Yeah. All what we were talking about are we're born normal. But with a case like Michael Phelps, for example, the biggest name in the world of swimming when it comes to the Olympic Games. I think in one Olympic game he had 18 goals or something. And as far as I know, that he was diagnosed with autistic syndromes.
Yes.
How? I mean, how I can change a kid with autistic syndrome to be the one who wrote his name in gold ink, if I may say so, in the world of the Olympic Games?
The nickname of Michael Phelps, the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Phelps is very good player because
Yeah, here he is. He's my favorite, by the way.
Roger,
Yeah.
the full power in the start, full
Yep.
power.
Full power.
Full power. Relax it during the swimming. Focus the goal, the target.
Yeah.
Okay? It's very good power. Machine in the
Yeah, in the
Water.
pool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Works with sports psychologist, social
Yeah.
sociology, coach, tapering, physical fitness. This is Michael Phelps.
So Michael Phelps is the result of the combination you've just
Combination,
mentioned.
integration between many,
Full coordination, full harmony
yeah,
among all those members of
teamwork,
the team. Yeah. To
T-E-M.
reach this.
T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieve more. Teamwork.
So, sir, there are times we do have such wonderful athletes, but they stop in the middle of the journey. Because of what you're saying, or because originally they were not ready to continue, because this is a very tough mission. This is a very tough journey. I mean, it's not easy at all to reach this. I mean, who should we blame?
Lack of motivation or overload the training. Play, say, swimming to satisfy the family. But
Okay.
your interest, squash. These factors shift to burn out or drop out the swimming or squash or football. The player must be interested
In what he is doing.
the event, the
Yeah.
football, soccer, squash, any event. This factor achieve to motivation, self-confidence, emotional stability, retard the fatigue, the pain during training and competition. But practice to my parents, practice under stress.
It's not
achieve to burnout.
going to lead to anything. But sir, you have been working with many of our athletes.
Yeah.
Without mentioning names, can you tell us about a difficult case you had? One of the difficult cases.
Difficult cases in national
In
team,
any.
in national,
And of course, we are not going to mention names.
national team boxing.
Okay.
One athlete, the attitudes,
I wanted to know the problem and how you fixed it.
yeah. the attitude for players in boxing, sport psychologist. I am not patient. I am not abnormal.
I'm not crazy. I'm not insane.
I am crazy.
Yeah.
I am not crazy boy.
Yeah.
But when talking with him about sport psychology, top form, tactical and technical skills, psychological skills, physical fitness, the combination between these arms achieve to top form. Yes, this problem is very easy. Okay.
So after how many sessions you gained his trust?
Second session.
In the second session?
Yeah.
So it was not a problem, sir. It was not a difficult case.
يعني depend on the power of leader for sport psychologist.
You know, sir, why I'm asking this question?
I have good tools.
Why I'm asking this question in specific? Because I do have big names in the world of sports.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for example, is one of the big talents we had in football in our modern history.
Yeah.
But he's maniac.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying that he is insane. I do love the guy, and he is such a man of talent when it comes to football. But he needed a specific way to deal with him.
Yes.
Another example here in Egypt is Shikabala, for example. Shikabala is very talented, maybe one of the most important talents in our modern history in football. But he needed a special way to deal with him. And we do have many, Karim Gaber in wrestling, we do have many examples. This is not something to be ashamed of. No. This is our problem, how we dealt with those grand names. Tell me, sir, about that.
The start or the launching psychological selection.
Okay.
Okay. The mood, state, the temperament for Karim Gaber, Shikabala is turnover changing.
Various temper?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Muhammad Salah, the temperament is very
Sorry,
good.
sir. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
Do you mean bipolar?
Yeah.
Bipolar?
Changing the temperament and the mood state.
I mean, there's the scientific definition to their cases can be indicated under this umbrella?
No.
I thought so.
Syndrome or symptoms of the type of temperament.
Just moody persons.
Moody person.
In a way.
Moody person. Shikabala, Muhammad Sabri, Ibrahim Saeed. Some.
Yeah, I mean, this is normal. I mean, even when it comes to such talents, but how to deal with them?
But success in other event.
Yeah.
Such as basketball, cleaning the weight, sprinter. The performance during seconds.
Split of a second.
Yeah.
The cat reaction.
Okay. But the game during more time, the mood and temperament changing from time to time.
Yeah. I need also, sir, to speak about the role of the sports psychology in a very common case. Unfortunately, media is, and I think it will be, the main reason of the destruction of many athletes' future. How? Whenever an athlete is doing great, especially in a popular game, the media just keeps on saying the merits, keeping praising his talent, hailing his performance, speaking a lot about what he or she is doing to the extent that this athlete would be blind to everything except his own talent, and he feels this kind of arrogance, and this is the very first step in falling down. How we can treat this? I mean, if you find such an athlete, but he is suffering from this weak point, what do you do?
The launching of the start measures, specific skills in psychology, in sport psychology. An anxiety scale in sport psychology, not in psychology.
Yeah.
Okay? The second step, the tools or computerized tests. perception, attention, rehearsal, concentration, imagination or imagery training. Okay, before and after the program, and follow up this program. Okay, the goal setting, the
Sir,
maximum power.
I am a coach.
Yeah,
And I came to you.
yeah.
Sir, I do have one of my players who is now that stubborn, who do not want to listen to my instructions, who thought all the time that he is above my instructions. He is that talented and I don't want to lose him. Please fix this case. What are you going to do?
We teach him how to be goal setting in the program training.
Yeah.
Training program. Okay, goal setting, the maximum power for this athlete, say 8 out of 10. How to be 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
out of 10. The first step, 9 of 10.
Okay.
Out of 10, sorry. The second step, 10 out of 10. Okay?
And you mean
Easy.
gradually? It's
Gradually.
not going to go that easy or
Yes.
from the very first session. Sir, when it comes to the lights, when somebody is that famous, it may have, it's a double scissor weapon. Whether it's going to take him to work on himself more, on shouldering more responsibilities, on working even more hard to achieve more goals, to achieve more success, or to say that's enough for me, I'm not ambitious for more, and I am not going to achieve more than that. How we can manage the balance of if we are going to have a quick list of tips to be given to our athletes who are going to go to Tokyo 2020, can we have these tips? I'm going to have your answer right after the short break. Welcome back. No voice is louder than the voice of the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Time is going that fast, less than a year, and all the eyes are going to be focused on what's going to happen in Japan. Well, sir, what should we do? What's our homework towards our athletes who are, some of them already qualified to Tokyo 2020 and others are on their way, inshallah? What to do?
On the long term,
Yeah.
we teach him imagery or imagination training, focus of attention training, motivation training, goal setting during training and competition, the activation of nervous system during the game, positive self-concept, self-confidence, not lack of self-confidence, the personality trait for every event, every position in soccer players.
For example,
striker, not similar as
defender,
goalkeeper.
Yeah, or goalkeeper,
Okay.
whatever.
There is a profile personality trait for any position in the game. Okay.
And this is implemented on
How to
all
be-
games. This is implemented on all games.
Yeah.
I mean, because I thought, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, that there were differences between dealing with an athlete who was playing an individual sport and an athlete who is playing in a team sport. True?
Sorry, هو we teach him how to be relax, how to be play under the stress.
Wherever you are playing, whether you are an individual athlete, I mean in an individual sport or in a team sport. But I was asking about the Olympic Games, sir, in specific, because this is the biggest sports
Very
gathering.
yeah.
And maybe it's scary for many, especially for those who are qualifying for the first time. How to give them what you're saying, the strength and the self-confidence, just to even practice their favorite sport, not even to think that they are under stress for any reason, and to enjoy their time rather than anything else.
Simulate the game, the match. Nutrition before the game is very important, such as strawberry, banana,
The fruits and the
pasta,
vitamins. Yeah.
vitamin C, vitamin B, B complex, B6 and B12.
It's for their nerves.
Chocolate,
Mainly.
not spicy, ketchup, mayonnaise, no,
Oh.
before the game. More carbohydrates, no, before the game.
Yeah.
Achieve two, nervous in the game. Okay.
Carbohydrates lead to nervousness.
Yeah, more carbohydrates.
More than enough, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is very important for the game to achieve the top form during the match or the game.
This is going to lead us, sir, to supplements, because supplements is a very important issue. Far from doping, because doping is a big other issue which we are not going to go through. But there are even ordinary people, not athletes, who are really depending on a certain pill or a certain medication, thinking that this is going to take them to another era, even if it is a placebo. I mean, something which is void, which contains nothing. How we can treat that?
Sorry, another question?
Sir, I mean, there are athletes
Yeah,
who would depend on some supplements,
yeah.
but how to treat them, how to deal with that, and to convince them that no, you can do without these supplements.
The supplement, she achieved two hypotheses, negative hypothesis, negative self-concept. The player must be avoid the supplements, but natural foods, such as bananas, strawberry,
Meaning that, sir, this is the coordination between you as the psychologist and the nutritionist.
Yeah.
Both together,
Yes.
you would cooperate together
Yes,
to
yes.
reach
in
this
New
point.
Sports Academy in Egypt, teamwork, sport psychology.
This was my coming question, sir. Do we have new generations of sports psychologists now to be responsible for maybe every single athlete whom we are really preparing to participate in international competitions or even national competitions?
The problems is responsibility between coach, nutritionist, sports psychologist, the whole team.
Yes, sir. I mean, do we have more sports psychologists, another generation of sports psychologists? I mean, now sports psychology in Egypt is had this care, or we now care about this branch, and we do have many specialists?
So, some clubs and some
This is what I wanted to know.
Federation, national boxing, karate, taekwondo, football for youth, basketball for girls, some academy such as youth sport academy.
Since you mentioned, for example, taekwondo, because taekwondo with Hidayah Malak and Saif Issa and many of our athletes, and of course Hidayah Malak is an Olympic medalist already, there are some games which we really hope that they are going to go to Tokyo and return with a medal. But Hidayah and Saif Issa in specific also suffered a lot of injuries. How to manage these injuries and how to convince them mentally that they can be even more powerful, stronger than their injuries?
By positive self-concept during the injury.
During the injury?
Not before the injury. Step by step, achieve the top form before the injury. This is important factor. Okay? By imagination training or measure training, by breathing relaxation or progressive relaxation.
Are you giving sir, do you consider the athletes you were working with as patients?
Sorry?
Do you consider them as patients?
Yeah.
Patients?
No,
the athletes?
Patient works with psychiatry, but symptoms or syndrome such as stress and anxiety, frustration, works with sports psychologists.
Yeah, I mean, they are normal people and not patients.
Normal people.
Normal people. When do you refer an athlete to a psychiatrist to say that this is not my
when suffering
my specialty,
schizophrenia, a paranoia, obsessive.
And you can, for example, I am a hysterical person. Hysteria means womb, so it's related to women more than anything else. What can you do to help me out?
The launching or the start, watching the typical responses.
Okay.
For
hysteria.
Nermeen, for Wael, for any person. If this typical responses trait in personality, orientation this man or woman to psychiatry.
Yeah. And after
observation.
And after a certain point, they will return to you.
Yeah.
Why also I'm asking
by
this?
Measures.
Yeah, by the scale.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we found that many super normal athletes are doing great, like Serena Williams, for example. But at a certain point, she lost her temper and she attacked one of the referees, and she even called him in front of the whole world a thief. Why, in your opinion, she reached this peak?
This is a natural case.
Natural?
Yeah.
How?
Release the emotion. Not depressive or depression, the negative emotion. Release.
Then you think that what Serena did was the right thing?
No.
Then, I mean, her psychologist, how do you think he was treating with her?
This isn't trait in personality, but state. The difference between state and the trait.
Okay.
One situation, one champ, one...
So whenever it's for once, it's a...
Sport psychologist, but...
It's a trait or a state?
State, sport psychologist. Trait, psychiatry.
I mean, it's a state, meaning it was just it's situational.
Situationally.
Something happened just for once.
Yeah.
But whenever it's a trait, meaning that it's an inborn something or something which is continuing, so I need a psychiatrist, not a psychologist. Yeah. But sir, regarding psychologists, they do not depend on medications, true?
Yeah. Sport psychologist. But psychiatry depended medicine.
Yeah, I know. But psychologists depend only on sessions, on measures.
Consulting.
Okay. And consulting and stuff like that.
Training measure training attention.
Yes.
Okay.
Among the things which you are giving, would you give them, for example, a role model, an example, somebody whom you can use as a model to say, see this guy, see that ma'am, she was suffering from the same issue, she was also under stress, but she moved forward and she passed all the challenges. Do you do this, or is this applicable?
Yes, by relaxation training, okay, like as
Yeah.
deep breathing, 4 moment,
For counts.
yeah,
1, 2,
And
3, 4. Yeah.
release 8 by the neck, power, energy, release the stress for 1 minute.
Yeah. What I was speaking about, sir,
There are 6 position. Second position,
okay. And then you
1
have,
minute.
yeah, for one, then you
Step.
have this respond from
Parallel with positive self-talk.
okay.
Yes. Relax, calm. Okay. Translate in memory on brain. God man, God woman, God athlete.
Then when we see in the gym, the trainers are doing this with those who are practicing, this is the right thing. I mean, this is something, you know, sometimes what he is doing, why he kept on saying, go, you're fine, you're do great, and having these positive words to those who are playing. So these are very important things you mean.
It depends on the power of leader for sport psychologists.
We hope that this is going to continue for the best interest of our players, of our athletes, by the way, of everyone, because we do need positive energy and to get rid of all the negative energy. Well, Dr. Wael, thank you very much for being with us, sir. It was an honor to have you on Nile TV International.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be with you and cast in Nile TV.
Thank you, sir. And by this, we come to the end of this episode of Score Sheet. You'll meet again same time on Nile TV International. On behalf of Dr. Muhammad Rabia, Amr Fathallah, the staff of our Studio 35, and myself, Nermeen Abdurrahman, many thanks for watching, always and forever, with my love.